Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026, and today's puzzle is by Adrianne Baik, who's contributed a few puzzles to the New York Times Daily Crossword. It being Wednesday, we're expecting a midweek, mid-difficulty themed puzzle, but hopefully it won't be too strenuous. So let's see what we got for today, Wednesday, January 7th, a puzzle by Adrianne Baik. Actress Pinkett Smith of Girls Trip, Jada Pinkett Smith, gets better. I don't know. Great animals. Great ox? That's one kind of great animal. I'm not sure if that's the right one. Super cool. I don't know. Subject of 2001 bankruptcy headlines. Was this Enron? That's crazy on the internet. I don't know. Wing woman question mark. This is a theme clue, I guess. I still don't know. I'm sure about this one, so I'm going to go this way. Circadian dysrhythmia, less fancily. I guess that's a word, that's the technical term for jet lag. Circadian rhythms being your daily cycle. Dysrhythmia would be an upset of that. Buy the item. A piece, probably. Enjoy a home-cooked meal, say. Dine in. That would make this Lee the second most common surname in Korea after Kim. That makes sense to me. They have pHs below 7. Those are acids, if you remember high school chemistry. Kind of makeup you're born with. That's funny. Genetic makeup. Super cool, I guess, is epic. Oh no, in comics. Ack? Is that what we want here? Wing woman. Is this Tinkerbell? That's pretty funny. Certain possessive pronoun. Do we want hers or ours? With all judges present. What? I don't know. Grilled cornmeal cake. Grilled cornmeal cake. I don't know that either. Haha. LOL probably. Black Jeopardy show in brief. Saturday Night Live Black Jeopardy hilarious sketch from. I don't love all the SNL stuff, but I like that one a lot. Gets better. Oh, heals from an injury, for instance. So this looks like hers. This does look like Enron, doesn't it? Is this arepa, the Venezuelan cake? Not cake, but like a flatbread kind of thing. Right away is ASAP. This looks like en banc. En banc is a French word for the bench, the judge's bench. So this might be what this is. I've not heard this term before, but that sounds right. A day for hunting, Easter when you might hunt for eggs. Gave a meal, you fed someone. Clear up as a windshield, defog. Words of concurrence. I don't know what they want there. Homecoming queen. I don't know. Unhealthy haze. Probably smog is what we want there. Secrecy. I don't see it. Virus of sorts. Malware can be a virus of sorts. Game of pursuit. Tag is a game of pursuit. Secrecy can be stealth. A text sent upon arrival, you could say here. Uno más dos. 1 plus 2 is 3. Tres, maybe. Hot stuff. Lava is hot stuff. A cynophilist. Cynophilist. Dog lover? Something lover, anyway. We need to talk. A word, you might say. Okay. Clear as a whiteboard is to erase. Chainmail abbreviation. I don't know. On behalf of, per, probably. What is this? Oh, on behalf of actually could be for. Chainmail abbreviation could be FWD for forward. Sister-in-law, L. Woods. Is that the name of the Well, it says here Witherspoon, who played 48 Across. I think this is the name of the character in what the Legally Blonde, right? Oh, words of concurrence. I do too. Okay. I concur. I do too. Okay, that'll work. Mathematician Terrence, no idea. Purple boba choice. Tarot, probably. Blank Nuff. What? Blank Nuff. I don't know what that is. W9 figure. Is that some kind of tax form? I don't know what they want there. Cover Girl. Snoopy. Nosy? Maybe? XXX counterpart. OOO? Like in tic-tac-toe or like hugs and kisses? I don't know if that's right. Savory porridge, probably a kanji is what we want there. The Bear actress Ayo Edebiri. I'm glad they asked for the first name. That I was having trouble spelling the last name, but Sports Center, maybe an arena. Nobel for one. Award, usually given as a prize, but this looks like Nancy Drew. Cover Girl. Cover. I don't know why that is. That's crazy on the internet. Whoa, maybe? That doesn't look right. WTAF? I don't know if that's right either. Back off from. Shy away from. This kind of woe? That still looks weird. Sincere. I don't see it. Not right could be awry. Sincere. Maybe it's not ox. Great. Bold accessory for a suit. Power something? Organization with 3-1-1 rule. That's the TSA, I think, in terms of your liquid limits or something. Sincere could be earnest. Oh, great apes. Ugh, that took way too long. This is woe like that. Power tie, maybe. San Francisco or San Antonio, both cities. Almost there. You're close. Dorothy Gale, dog lover after all. Dorothy Gale, Homecoming Queen. This is, that's the Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Was she a queen? I don't know what's going on there. SSN, right? The social security number for W9, fine. Show enough, like that, sure enough, I guess. Terrence Tao, that'll work. Musical genre, that's the book subject of the 2007 book Everybody Hurts. Emo, I guess this is the title from REM. Travel option that serves 46 states. Amtrak. I wonder which 2 continental states that does not include. Very curious. Places for pampering pups, pet spas. Kitchen grinder, a pestle. Ashton Kutcher of that 70s show. Miss, for example, she, I guess. Later, see you, maybe? A course list, a menu, yeah. Potatoes in Indian cooking is aloo. Cat lady, something kitty. Smurf elder, Papa Smurf. Equivalent of a 1.3 GPA, say, D+. Biblical collection of 150 poems are the Psalms. Small bouquet. A posy? Is this Hello Kitty, cat lady? Hawaiian pizza topping is ham along with pineapple. Rapper Missy Elliott. Lily of Pharmaceuticals is Eli Lilly, and grads now are alums. Sorry, that was very loud. And I feel like I have to sneeze, but that is the puzzle. Under 9 minutes for today. That's pretty good. I am having a little bit of trouble understanding the theme. Wing woman, I get. Tinkerbell is a woman with wings. Cover girl. I mean, it has Nancy Drew's a detective. Maybe it has to do with something about being undercover or cover. I don't get the cover thing. Homecoming queen. I don't understand the queen part of it, but Dorothy Gale certainly went on a long adventure and then came home. Elle Woods, I understand, sister-in-law. Sister just sort of a generic term for a woman in law. Elle Woods being a lawyer, played by Reese Witherspoon. And Cat Lady, the Hello Kitty character, is certainly a cat lady. I wonder if there's something more to this theme that I'm not getting. But perhaps not. It's a Wednesday, it's not a Thursday or a Sunday, so that might just be fairly straightforward. Other than that, I don't know why I had the much more obscure Great Ox than Great Apes here, but Great Apes makes way more sense. I don't like this spelling of woe. It seems like a corruption. Like there's no reason to have the H there at the end, except that this word probably started initially with WH, as many words do, and then got corrupted to this spelling. I don't like it. Some really light wordplay here, like things like Sports Center. Kind of make up you're born with. That's a pretty cool one. Thankfully, I already had enough crosses to get that. I guess this is either a tic-tac-toe or like a letter ending kind of reference. This is one of those clues that wants you to think much more specifically than the clue actually ends up being. I don't know Terrence Tao. I have to look that up. Actually, it sounds vaguely familiar, but I couldn't tell you anything about him. Game of Pursuit 2 wants to lead you in the wrong direction, but it's just asking for tag. Hot Stuff 2, using a phrase that might lead you in a direction other than the most literal, which is what they want. Course List is a good but common misdirection for menu. This is a term I hadn't come across, circadian dysrhythmia, but you can sort of parse it pretty quickly. What else? I don't know en banc, but it must be a term from French legal system that's still used today. I thought that arepas were more like sandwichy, like pocket kind of things than cakes, but have to look them up and double check that. Again, I would have thought Nobel more of a prize than an award, although it is awarded, so I guess whatever. But I think it's more commonly referred to as a prize. Not that there's much of a semantic difference there. I don't really know what a power tie is. What else? This is pretty good. Back off from. I would not have thought to put this as an entry to shy away, but that makes good sense. I don't know how often I've seen kanji in the puzzle, maybe once or twice, but always happy to see that. Love kanji. Show enough is pretty weird. I think I've not really seen this phrase spelled out, and I would not have maybe thought to spell it this way. I have not come across this term either, cynophilist, but again, can sort of parse it at least the lover part, and then I had enough crosses to get the dog part. I will try and find which two continental states Amtrak does not service. I think that's pretty much... Oh, I didn't even look at this one. Sam I Am. Okay, yeah, great. All right, so that is the puzzle for Wednesday, January 7th. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know when I'm posting next, do hit that subscribe button. And thank you for joining me today on Crosshatched Puzzles. We'll see you the next time. Cheers.